Hi there, everyone. It is currently the 5th of March 2015. Meteorologist Robert Spetta here with you today. And in today's Western Pacific weather update, to be honest, there is not a lot going on out here today. If you take a look at the satellite picture, we still have the intertropical convergence zone. It is continuing to dominate, and you can even see my mouse here on the screen. That's basically stretching across much of Borneo, extending all the way there towards the east. But the big thing is that there is a little bit of this ITCZ that does show signs of convection. In the long range, though, some models are picking up on the possibility of a storm. And I'll just lead in with that because I know that's been the topic the last several days because a few long-range models are picking up on possible development. So let's go ahead and just talk straight on about this. And I know I posted this on my Facebook page earlier today, or the Westpac Weather Facebook page, that is. And I am very proud of all of you because no one looked at this and started screaming in panic. They actually read through it and read through the article that was attached to it, stating this is not a forecast, but a long-range one model. And once you look beyond a week, I mean, models just basically go downhill. This is looking at March the 19th. It was indicating a tropical system off the coast of the Philippines. Now, I say was because the latest run from the GFS no longer is picking up on this. Actually, take a look at this. Now, this is a GFS model. This is from the FinMOC platform, and you have to look way out there to the east. We have our area of convection. You can even see it right here. But as we scroll through their platform here, all the way out until the 12th of March, we're talking about a week from now, nothing developing yet. There's still some of the areas here in the green. It's not really showing up much of anything. Actually, we can even compare this with the NavGem model. Go ahead and click and pull that up really fast, and that really doesn't show much of anything either. Just a little bit of a swirl out there towards the southeast of Guam a week from now. What we have to do is, because most platforms, they won't show more than a week because models don't really pick up on they're just not accurate beyond a week, and they don't want, especially public use of models, they don't want people coming in and just seeing a long range and causing a panic. Well, as we take a look at this, now, not this guy right here, I know you see that and you might be thinking, hey, well, hold the phone, that's in the Southern Pacific. There are a couple models picking up on the possibility of a cyclone out there, but what I am talking about is way off here towards the north. You can see a little bit of a swirl popping up right in that area. That is what I am talking about. And if we scroll this all the way to the end of the model outlook, you can even see something more starting to spin right there, and even pop it up around the 370-hour mark. You kind of have something just towards the southwest of Guam. Now, that's the latest run, the 18 UTC. Did have it a little bit stronger, and the 12 UTC from last night actually had more of an intense storm system, and that was the one you just seen there in that graphic. So it's even weakening off on it just now. So this is just something we're watching. It is the month of March, though. So remember, it's not really tropical season out here, guys. Actually, we are in the time of the year where there shouldn't be any. We've already had two thus far this season, two typhoons, that is. That is very unusual. So right now, we're going to continue to watch the tropics for a possibility of development. But if anything was to pop up out here, it has to combat, first off, vertical wind shear. I mean, take a look at this map. This is from the University of Wisconsin. And you do have 5 to 10 knots, but it's all south of 10 degrees north. That's this line right here. South of that, you're lacking in Coriolis. So you just don't have a lot of it here. Most of the vertical wind shear is really concentrated across Guam, even extending out there towards the east. We're talking about 30 to 40 knots. Not conducive for tropical cyclone development. What we do have is a weak tropical wave that is popping up there just around Palau. Go back to the satellite imagery. You may be even able to see it. It's not anything too strong, but this could push off there towards the west, bring some cloud cover across the southern portions of the Philippines as we head into the weekend. Maybe even some rain showers. Don't really expect much flooding out of it. You can even see it. It's over there. I'll show it on the mouse, kind of off my reach there. It's this down in here, and there is some indication this could flare up with some convection and pull over there towards the southern Philippines. Unfortunately, if you are in Manila, it's going to stay hot out there, guys. The northeast monsoon's not in full force, but it's still sunny, so your temperatures are going to feel into the mid-30s at times. So stay cool. and stay hydrated if you are being impacted by that. Let's take a look at the Meteor app here and talk about everybody else and see what everybody else is seeing. Well, down towards the south, this area I'm talking about that is going to be drifting off there towards the west. That's going to bring those showers out there across the Philippines there for you, and basically staying sunny and warm across much of Luzon, as I mentioned. Back towards the north, it's not the rainy season front, but man, it sure feels like it. Basically extending throughout the day. I'll get rid of the winds here, a little bit messy. And throughout the day on Thursday into Friday, we have this low pressure area which is lingering across southeastern China, bringing some widespread rain, and there even is the slight possibility of some snow west of Shanghai. It is late in the season for that to happen. What we are seeing is in the upper levels, actually the jet stream dipping down quite considerably. Let's even go back here to our platform from the NavGem on the FinMock platform here, and you can even see that dip in the jet stream. It's just rolling across here. You even have that jet max popping up right in that area. You look at the 500 millibar heights. The 540 line is typically what we use in general to indicate where there is that threat of snowfall. And look at my mouse here. You have the 550 right there, and there's your 540. It is a little bit farther towards the north, but we do see some low-level cool air kind of spilling in south of that, so you have to take that into account. But definitely a lot of positive vorticity right in this area, and that's why I think the ECMWF's picking up on some snowfall across some of these areas, and they're in the southeastern China. Eventually, that is going to continue to roll off there towards the northeast. We'll bring some cooler weather across Japan. We're even expecting some rain showers there on Saturday, extending over through Sunday. So sorry if you are there into Pacific coastal areas of Japan. It's not going to be a beautiful weekend. Actually, some cool temperatures out here and some cloud cover. Unfortunately, I know the last several days temperatures have been above average, actually, so it's been some good news, but unfortunately it doesn't last forever. And you can take a look at this. I do want to mention it. I'll pull back. I'll get out of the screen here. This is the 2015 first day of Sakura with some selected cities. So I know the weather's horrible now, but hey, in a couple weeks it's gonna warm up. The cherry blossoms will start to bloom. If you don't live in Japan and you plan on making a trip to the country, this is the time of year to really do it. It's going to be beautiful out there, and the cherry blossoms every year is definitely one of my favorite times of year in Tokyo, March 26th. So, hey, I'm looking forward to it. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, though, guys, please post them down there in the comment box below. I always appreciate your feedback. If there's anything specific you want to see in these video updates, please let me know. By the way, this app I'm using, you can see it right there on the top of the screen. That is the Meteor app. Please go check it out at the App Store. It is an awesome tool, and not just for Eastern Asia, but around the world you can use it. By the way, let's zoom right in on this. I just want to show this really quick for those of you still watching. Hawaii is seeing some rain showers, but there's actually snow warnings in effect on the summit of Hawaii. That's some pretty interesting stuff, I would say, at the very least. Actually, they're expecting upwards about 40 centimeters, according to the National Weather Service out there. So that's some interesting stuff. But that's one thing you can do with this Meteor app. You can see weather around the world, and even in the upper levels, that rain, snow. It's just great. All right, guys, thanks again for watching. And as always, stay safe out there. Wow, 8-minute long update. I talked a lot.